The Mandalorian Season 3 finale is now out for you guys to go and check out. We're going to talk about it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk Mandalorian Season finale right now. Okay, so the season finale of Season 3 is officially done and dusted, and guess what? My worst fears, the one thing that I really was hoping wasn't going to be the case, turned out to be the exact reason why this season absolutely flopped. And that's because this season finale is completely and 100% rushed. Oh my god, this is one of the most rushed season finales I have seen. Like, this is what happens when you take so long to get to a point and then you try and wrap it all up in 2 episodes. And it just has no room to breathe. It has nothing. There's no substance. It's just scene after scene after scene. Quick, make this happen, make this happen. Nothing makes sense when that happens. It starts off with Grogu saving Din. Now, if I'm not correct, Grogu was trapped with Bo-Katan and the rest of the Mandalorians. They went out the back there. How did Grogu get from there to go and none of it made sense. How does he get to Din? And if he gets to Din, how come Bo and all that didn't just go to Din? Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. I was just sitting there like, so somehow Grogu's there? What? What's going on there? So this is what happens when you rush things. There's no explanation for that. They talk about the spies and that. Well, there's no spies. No spies get revealed in here. So I don't know what that title was about. The spies that... Okay, that made no sense now. That doesn't actually link at all. So I don't know what the hell that was all about. The TIE fighters go up. The rest of them come down. I get it. They won't be able to see them because they're in the cloud and that. But I kind of feel like they would have maybe ran into each other a little bit there because they're running, flying through and everything like that. But hey, it is what it is. So they shoot all that and they don't come back down. The TIE fighters just disappear. Okay, that's one thing. So the Mandalorians come down and they're going to fight Moff Gideon and that. Moff Gideon wants to take care of Din, and we find out that Moff Gideon is making clones of himself and manipulating it so that his clones can use the Force. So his clones can use the Force. Oh, man. I don't know what. So it wasn't Palpatine. He didn't want the child for Palpatine at all. He wanted the child to make clones that could use the Force of himself. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? So while that's all fighting, everything's going on, Din is going through with Grogu and they're going to go fight, and then they get to where Moff Gideon is, and they're going to fight. Moff Gideon and they're going to fight. And I tell you what, I don't know what it is about this season finale, but it didn't look good. It did not. There was moments where I didn't even think Moff Gideon was there. It just didn't look like it. Like, he just looked fake. And I was like, what's going on here? That armor that he has is so gimmicky. It is cringe. I'm just like sitting there like, what is that? And apparently he's somehow made it mechanical as well. So he's a bit stronger in that because he's got the mechanical arms and all that stuff as well. So he starts fighting and he starts beating up Din, and then the Praetorian guards come and they get trapped in the thing with Grogu. Bo-Katan then comes down to save Din again. Bo seems like she's saving Din all the time. And she's like, I'm pulling out Darksaber and I'm going to fight you. So she's going to fight Moff Gideon while he goes and fights the Praetorian guards with Grogu. And we saw Paz get absolutely decimated by them. Well, Din beats them. Of course he does. Of course he does. Din beats him with the help of Grogu. Grogu, using the Force, took his time. And meanwhile, Bo is fighting Moff Gideon, and guess what? Now, I am almost 99% sure that the Darksaber hilt is made out of Beskar. I am almost confident that it is. Well, guess what? Moff Gideon crushes the Darksaber with his hands. Bo's holding it, and he crushes her hand and crushes the Darksaber. She don't have a broken hand, though. Like, she has no broken hand. So he's able to crush a Beskar hilt with his bare hands, crush it and bend it. and yet he can't, like, and he doesn't break her hands, and he can't, like, what is going on with this? Like, makes, bro, if he can crush a Beskar hilt, he can crush the Mandalorian armor with ease then. Like, it just, none of it makes sense. It's so rushed. Just, how do we make this cool? We'll do this, do this, do this, do this, and do this. None of it works. It doesn't flow at all. This episode just does not flow. And then the big ship comes in and they crash and Moff Gideon's dead. All this build up over 2 seasons of Moff Gideon being this massive villain, that's the way you kill him. It goes out like that. This whole idea of this whole entire season has been built upon taking Mandalore back. Firstly, it was Din has to go to Mandalore to go into and bathe himself. He did that like 2 episodes. Then we were just floating around for too long, and then it's like, finally, we're going to go to Mandalore. It's just so rushed. It really is. You can take so many episodes. Take episode 6 out of here, for instance. Take that whole bit out of it, and you can utilize this whole thing, this whole episode. You could split it into 2 and actually make it make sense and give us a proper freaking finale. This was so unsatisfying. This just tops off how bad this season has been. It's been an absolute flop, in my opinion. To go from the quality of season 2, like absolute peak Mandalorian, peak Star Wars, like we're talking a season finale where they go on the ship to rescue Grogu, and they're fighting. It took two episodes once Grogu got taken to go and figure all that out. And then we get the cameo of Luke Skywalker to come through and just absolutely be a badass and rip everyone apart and complete that journey. The whole build-up of that season was getting Grogu to the Jedi, and it felt satisfying. It really did. This did not feel satisfying at all. It just did not. It's so lackluster, and oh man, it shows you just how far this show has fallen. It really has, and I'm very disappointed in this show. I'm super disappointed, man. Season 3 has just been an absolute mare, and this season finale is just up there. It felt like an MCU TV show season finale. That's what it felt like, and they have had some absolute shockers. I'll tell you that they've had some shockers, but this is why 8 episodes and having them be like 30 minutes does not work. You can't do it. It's impossible. You may be like, oh, anime does it. Yes, anime does have 20-minute episodes, but there's a reason why it has 28-minute episodes. It's because they run for fucking 100 episodes. Like, that's how long they are. This is an 8-part series, and it took so long to get there, and then it's 30-minute finale. Like, get out of here. Like, what do you want about? It's disappointing, but it is what it is. Season 3 has just been a bomb for me. So let me know what you guys think of the season finale. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Until then, stay safe and peace out.